Okay. Hopefully you guys. Yeah, I was just checking out something. Okay. We got a couple here. Collectives. They scam artists. They do this shit for a living. Go look back at the last live. They sacrifice people that they get into connections with. There's a King of Wands that's heartbroken. The Hierophant. Because he could have possibly married a scam artist. Somebody whose name was not what he thought it was. This King of Wands could very much so be a temperance or an earth angel. This man was targeted. This man, Five of Swords, this man was targeted. His counterpart could have been targeted. There's something here about past unalivings. This masculine's name, this masculine was approached at his job with warrants, at his house, whatever. His name appeared on warrants and charges for a past unaliving. And he had to defend himself. He also found out that the woman that karmic that he was in a connection with, there we go, King of Wands, King of Swords, the woman that he was in connection with. And this is what I'm saying. Remember in the last spread, we had the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. King of Wands, King of Swords. So this could possibly be a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords that have assumed the identity of a masculine and feminine King and Queen of Wands. They don't have to be counterparts. This would just be the names that they assumed. These two were in some type of weird hit and run where it resulted in a fatality. Okay, somebody lost their life. These two used the names of their counterparts. Let's say that. Nine of Wands is in the reverse. Okay. I don't like how that orientation is. This says weakness, cowardice, illness, injury, defenselessness, danger, excessive defenses, failure of defense. Are y'all hearing this defense shit? How many times defense is coming out here? These two were involved in a hit and run that resulted in a fatality. They probably sustained injuries from this hit and run. They went to the hospital. They could have been driving the karmic masculine's actual girlfriends or, girlfriend who he was scamming at that time. His love interest scam at that time. They could have been driving the vehicle that was in her name. So when these two went to the hospital after this hit and run to make sure that they wouldn't be linked, or so they thought, to this particular crime, the Queen of Swords presented herself in even identification as if she were a Queen of Wands. The name, identification, driver's license with her picture on it and everything. The masculine, karmic masculine that was with this woman, he assumed the identity of the King of Wands, who the Queen of Swords, aka who the Queen of Swords was with in a relationship with. That was her particular target. Thinking that if push come to shove, if the crime was ever linked back to anyone, they would just go and pick up and arrest the people whose name were presented at the hospital. But what these two people failed to realize was that camera footage. Everywhere there are cameras, ring cams, door cams, business cams. You got your traffic cameras, all kinds of cameras, right? Somebody showed up to the actual King of Wands job or home. This could be U.S. Marshals. This could be a probable cause warrant that was served on this masculine, the actual King of Wands name. I think he was shot. I think he was arrested and went to jail for this crime. I think that he has had to spend extensive amounts of money on a defense team to prove it was not him, but all they had to do was find video footage. They also could have been watching the actual Queen of Wands, not the one that was present at the accident, but the one whose name was presented. There could be officers, detectives, everybody, even this man's defense team, as well as the prosecutors watching the actual Queen of Wands, whose name also showed up on the warrant. Somebody tried to stop me from getting this message out. These people travel the world, and this is what they do. They pick out targets and they get into relationships, connections, partnerships, businesships with these people. And then they set them up for fraud and crimes, or they unalive them for insurance money. Okay? The sun, the world. So they can assume the identity of these people and make money. Now, I don't like the energy here. I think this King of Wands possibly beat whatever this is. But then that means that if he beat it, and he was able to prove that not only that at least it wasn't his name, because he may not even know the Queen of Wands, but he could prove that it wasn't his name and that it was another masculine. They had to also assume, okay, at this point, assume without a reasonable doubt. This is the prosecuting attorney. They had to assume that possibly the woman's identifying information or the name that was presented as the woman was not her either. So there's been a lot of police investigation and watching going on. And with them watching these people, okay, I think the Queen of Wands got lucky. That possibly a King of Wands had money to defend himself in a case. Because he got off, he is the reason why these people look deeper into something and why she hasn't possibly been arrested or why she hasn't been affected by this or been picked up. Okay? Look, if I'm lying, cutting ties. And I feel like the cutting ties is them not being able to say to blame this King of Wands or blame this Queen of Wands. But I think that they found the real culprits or they are on their asses. I feel like the actual feminine culprit has been caught and the masculine is still on the run. Sorry is here. Legal and sorry. Arrogant, rash actions, okay? Paranoid. And the masculine, I feel like the karmic masculine, he's on the run. He could be in hiding somewhere. He could be at James' house. Somebody be hiding the fucking walls like fucking the people under the stairs. If you know that movie, you know that movie. Watch that shit Halloween if you watch scary movies. People under the stairs. I guarantee you that's some shit that'll make you fucking cringe. Chaos and burn bridges, okay? I think this King of Wands was hella hurt to find out that this feminine he was dealing with, he could have been dealing with this woman under a whole other assumed identity, child. Sipping and distance. Distance says divorce, ghosted, separation, sipping, rumors, gossip, nosy. People talking about this shit. How somebody was in a connection, or two people, or everybody, or how many people they done this to. People are talking about these things. Because I showed them like the energy at first. I'm telling you, somebody tried to do death spells on me last night, and I know that's exactly what they were. But thank you to my friend Death. Love you. Love you. Because it was a fucking no-go. Yeah, somebody is definitely on the run. The U.S. Marshals have some hidden doors, hidden walls, false walls somewhere where this person could be hiding in the walls whenever the police go by there or have went by there. U.S. Marshals, if you're watching this person's house, whomever James may be, stagnant, stuck, dead end, frozen. I'm telling you, somebody is in somebody's house and they won't fucking move because they know that it's a matter of time before the U.S. Marshals catch up to them. Go up. This is giving me illumination. New opportunities, new career, successful business. See, and this could be the thing is like these two that are in this lustful connection, they some dirty dogs. You hear me? Dirty dogs. And what they do is they go after people who may be in the spotlight, people who may be up and coming, people who may have a public image. They go and get into connections with these people because they want to assume the identity of these particular people. And with glow up being here, these could be actual earth angels. We got isolation in the reverse. This karmic masculine that's on the run, he's not used to having to hide out like this. It's like he's cornered. And I think that he knows that the U.S. Marshals, detectives, feds they know that he's in the house. They just can't catch him in there. There has to be some type of false wall, hidden wall, underground, something that goes underneath the house where it possibly leads out back, some little underground tunnel, some little false something that leads to a back shed or something. You hear me? He knows he can't leave the premises. He knows he can't walk out that door. He can't be seen. He has to hide. You know why? Because he knows that as soon as he is spotted, he's going to jail. And so is everybody in that house that's hiding, aiding and abetting. Somebody's name could be Twan, or that's what they call him, Twan or Antoine. Isolation here, it says rejected, left alone, self-inflicted. Nah. Somebody gonna say that this masculine died. I'm sorry, passed away. That's a lie. I just did not like the energy. These are two scam artists here. This is what they do for a living. Yeah, we have masculine energy. It's in the reverse. It's that karmic masculine. Baby, 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 baby. There's nowhere to run to, baby. There's nowhere to hide. And the way it says mask, hiding, concealing, deception. They know he in this house. They just waiting to catch him. They know he's in his house. He knows that they're outside lurking around somewhere. Baby, I'm telling you, Archangel Michael, this man ain't got no protection. This man up shit's creek without a paddle. Do you hear me? And he's drowning. He knows that as soon as he makes a move, it's over. Flush him out. Flush him out, Archangel Michael. Flush him out. Oh, really? Paranoid and nurturing? Yeah, somebody is aiding and abetting this man. And he hiding in some walls. This is what I'm telling you. These are the consequences to the actions of some type of old hit and run. These could be a whole bunch of past unalivings that was linked to a fatal hit and run. Ugh, this masculine could. This lust card says greed by any means necessary, inconsiderate, longing. Why? Missing you, let's talk, reunion. He could be trying to get back in touch with like an old fling of his or something. But this the thing. How he gonna get out the house? Hopeless. Even if he got back in touch with like an old fling, somebody he used to deal with or something, somebody he connected with or something from the past, and this person possibly is it's like they wouldn't know, right? They wouldn't know what's really going on. This would be like somebody trying to like sweet talk, an old fling or somebody, right? But wouldn't his phone be monitored or every phone call? Okay, they would be. Hopeless, boundaries, suffering in silence, intimacy, shadow, recharge. He's not gonna be able to get out of that house. Chaos is here, upheaval, disaster, downfall. Narcissist, what they say? Blocked. Somebody can like to move around at night, late at night. This house can have like a lot of movement late at night, but that's well, it's what they do at this particular house. But that's also a distraction, where so much movement at the feds, detectives, U.S. Marshals are watching this house. It's so much in and out movement with lights, windows open and closing, people in and out of the doors, cars pulling up. These are distractions, used as distractions. So this masculine can try and maneuver in and out of this house. Because he's trying to go back. He's being antisocial right now, but he's trying to go back possibly to an ex and paint some type of illusion or something so this person can help him. So he probably gonna sell this person a pipe fucking dream, whoever this ex is or somebody he used to have a lustful connection with. Sell him a pipe dream and get them to help him so he can escape out of town, out of the city. That's not the first time I heard that. Something about a fedora. Would it be a fedora? fez, a fedora. Some, you know, the hats with the little feathers and stuff. He could be calling an older gentleman named Michael. This could be like an uncle or something, and telling him he's sorry for some shit, and then he in legal trouble. Maybe the uncle has some type of links in the justice system or in the legal system. He puzzled. Yeah, this uncle could have been puzzled when he got a phone call from this nephew. But yeah, attention is here. Somebody stressed the fuck out. And that's because of what this is. Give me more on the feminine, the karmic feminine. What she got going on? Where is she? Is she in jail? Recharge. Breathe, let go, clear your mind. Why? I said karmic feminine. See, I don't like this whole energy. This woman could have actually gotten out of the country or actually went somewhere and got off. Maybe they didn't catch the karmic feminine. Maybe when this actual King of Wands, when she heard that he had been arrested for whatever this crime is, she realized that it was too close to home, and she probably done hauled ass and went somewhere. Yeah, burn bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. She done hauled ass. She's somewhere in some type of new connection, new relationship somewhere. Because she knows that she was next, or she knows that she was going to be linked to whatever this is, that there was no way that she could get up out of it. Don't they always? So legal is right here back at the bottom. Sorry, y'all. I'm telling you, the Hangman, King of Pentacles with the Tower. She's on to her next suspecting victim. This is the type of female that gets into connections with men who got something going for themselves, public faces, they actually got something going for themselves, right? They could be in the public eye. They could just have shit going for themselves. This is the type of woman where she never stops looking for her next unsuspecting victim. And she always goes after men with money. Unfortunately for her partner in crime, they on his ass. And for her, she feel like she just done got out scot-free. I'm telling you what I love. Because I feel like her and this masculine done got away, karmic masculine done got away with this for a very long time. And they have done this like a lot. She be light-skinned with red hair. Somebody could have lived in like the Cayman Islands, Bahamas, something like that. Or this is a crime that they could have committed. Or this could be where they're originally from. New York is also significant. Mm-hmm. And I keep hearing the name Sadie. Sadie. Or somebody's name could be Sade. But I keep hearing Sadie. Somebody could like Tupac. Machiavelli is significant. These could be people from a religious, like Machiavellian type of cult, unaliving cult, Machiavellian. The sun is here, illumination. Like these are people, this could be a whole cult, like a scheme that does this, practitioner, stuff like that. These people do magic to locate divine beings. They target divine beings. The sun, the magician, the star. They target divine beings or I'm telling you, people with healing powers. People who they know are earth angels, who have powers, who have spiritual gifts. They target them and find them. This is like people who scry. And they could use a lot of Caribbean magic, Yoruba, stuff like that. And they scry and they find divine beings. I keep telling people divine beings, energies, practitioners, energetic workers of all kinds. If you don't know what type of protection spells or prayers and stuff to say before you do any type of energetic work, whether it just be meditation or whatever, your energy signature is like loud. It sends out like sparks, burst all over. And people that are familiar with how to detect these things, they can detect you. And there are people here that do scribe. There are people here that definitely do scrying. They seek out people